Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot weekend reading. I think it is the weekend reading, isn't it? Because it is Saturday 30th, Moon in Leo, and Sunday 31st, which I do believe is New Year's Eve. Is anybody going out? Does anybody do that anymore? The boys going out. Yeah, properly, like, not for the first time, but I think properly, you know, out, as we call it in the UK. Are you going out or are you going out? He's going out for New Year's Eve. Look out. I have managed to wash my hair, as you can see. Woohoo. I managed to also wash my feet because I was doing it. Have you ever done this? Or you know, you haven't got time. So you're kind of leaning into a shower, but your body isn't in the shower. You've got your head in the shower. And then the shower head sort of flicks all over your socks and you end up with really wet feet. So I've got kind of damp feet, but the sun is shining. And God, it makes a difference, doesn't it? And can I just say, and this could be premature, and I'm definitely going to touch wood, the sofa is back together. Yes. So yesterday, did the whole bit, I think I told you about that, with the aerial and the suds and taking the sofa apart and realised that you can take like even the bottom cover off and you can shampoo all the bits. And then I think I spent actually a very nice time with a hairdryer. I did it before and then I did the reading yesterday and then I did it again watching Pride and Prejudice, the one with Keira Knightley. You know, it's not the BBC one, it's no Colin Firth, but it's all right. And I had it on subtitle while holding up a thing going on full with my Dyson. And I got there, and in the end we put everything back together and it looks normal and it doesn't smell. Yes. So yes, so my sister, who made this quilt, has ordered me some PUL material, which is like kind of waterproof, and I'm going, well, my sister probably is going to help me to line each cushion with it and then line the bottom with it. Yes, we will win. Okay, we're going to have sugar and spice tarot because why not? Feels like that, feels good, feels like a massive achievement. Especially drying that inner cushion. By God, we were like living in a kind of a boiling pot for about 2 days because it's not very cold and we had to have the heating on. But it did, it's about that thick and it dried, unlike my hand cream. This stuff is very good, by the way. I'm not sponsored by them at all, obviously. But look, Waleeda Skin Food, loads of you all know that. But I've had really dry hands and although it's quite greasy, by God, it works. Right, shall we have some cards? Let's have some cards. I'm a little bit paranoid now that every time I'm up here doing a reading, there are cats like, hey, you go first. No, you go first. Ksh. Do you know what I mean? Doing that, like kind of little boys. Have faith. The other thing I realised was, I think this might be my spiritual practice. You know, I'm a little bit allergic to the word spiritual practice. They're kind of there with journey and I'm trying to think of what other cups, that's a cup card. What other things I have that I'm allergic to. Inner child, there you go. And those tiny little guitar things, ukuleles. I'm not that good on those. But I think this might be my spiritual practice, doing the daily reading. Yeah. I think this has the feel of what it's supposed to feel like. Lots of you left me such good comments about being authentic. And it's great because I had turned up with like my hair, you know, like a ratty old bag. And I just thought, that's so nice that I can turn up as myself and then have the one day that I wash my hair. I'm looking at this deck. This is weird. And this is for any of you budding tarot readers. I'm looking at this deck, an awful lot of this deck is in reverse. And all our cards today are in reverse. So normally what you would do in that situation is you would think to yourself, I've got to make a correction because it's not a fair deal, you know, it's not an open field when you're getting the cards out of it. Some days it isn't a fair deal though with tarot. So I'm not going to turn them all upright, but we're going to consider them all on one side. You know, it's Mercury retrograde. It's upsy downy, all aroundy, you know, strange things and weird stuff happening at the Circle K all in one. So I'm going to put them all upright to look at them. And I'm going to, oh, Valentine's here, by the way. Hi, Val. Not a single flicker of recognition. Yes. Oh, look at that wonky table. Brilliant. But I think we can do that. And I can do this. Magic curtain. There we go. Right. We have drilling next door, but we are proceeding nevertheless. Okay. So Page of Swords is the first one over here. I'm going to read them as a strip because it kind of feels like that. They look like love hearts when you know, those sherbet sweets that you used to get when you put these cards in a row. These are Hattie Thorn as well, these cards, and very gorgeous they are too. Right, we have the Page of Swords and we have the King of Swords as the overall energy card that was firmly in the upright. He's come up a little bit recently, and I don't know if you've studied squirrels, assuming this is a squirrel, not a guinea pig, because you know I've got a real kind of blind spot with animals. I've studied squirrels, you know, in that I've sat on a bench and looked at them and fed them daily for a couple of years, which I'd say gives me a pretty good idea about the squirrels. Excuse me. They're very, very tenacious. They're very focused. They're territorial. They do seem to hide their nuts and then forget where they put them, which is not very King of Swords. But we're talking here with the King of Swords as an overall energy card. Tenacity, focus, organisation, crisp, clear thinking. A little bit of planning and adhering to your own rules or to the rules of something else. But knowing where the rule book is, and if not, rewriting it. Okay? We have the Page of Swords, which is the most junior. That's the most senior, that's the most junior. That was kind of, I felt very much in reverse. It felt reversey. Sometimes when you do cards, they just feel reversey or they don't, regardless of whether they're coming up upside down or the right way up. It felt reversey, which means there may be a lack of fact open to you today. It's not massive, although I think it is part of a bigger picture, and I think it is small details at the moment that are confusing or unavailable. So just know that, okay? It may be to do with starting something that you love as well, because we have the Ace of Wands at the end here, and this just feels like a hammock. So it feels like the Four of Wands is an opportunity, it's a door opening, it's a portal. And then next to it, the Ten of Cups is getting there, finding the M&Ms, you know, getting to the end of the rainbow, having that sweet experience of looking back and thinking we made it. So there is some vagary in the map of how to get somewhere. There is some piece of coordinate missing. Something is not quite filling that particular factor in your head. You know, the factor of instruction or dialogue. The Six of Swords again is getting there. We're having a lot of journey cards here. I can barely stand it, but we are. You want to get somewhere. There is a fairly new journey because we've got the candy cane here with the Ace of Wands. You've got the vim, the vigour, you've got the and you're starting to get all the woof about it as well, which is good. It feels like rocket. It feels like you can lift off. But you can't always lift off if you don't have the keys to the ignition, which is this King of Swords, Page of Swords. Go back, check the detail. Not the interesting bit, not the swirly bit, not the spiritual bit and the exciting bit. Check the detail. It's all in the detail. And that will unlock the kind of rainbow bit where you go pshoo, right through to where you want to be. It's a new idea. It can be a new job, a new love life thing, a new relationship, Gemma, or a love life thing. Are you in a love life thing at the moment? It might be more accurate at certain times to ask that question, actually. Are you in a love life thing of any kind? You know, don't want to put a name to it, but a love life thing. It can be a new job, it can be the beginning of a new book, it can be anything creative. It feels quite creative, but it's up to you what it is. You know what your own kind of urges are. So just know it's just a little piece of the puzzle missing. That's all it is. The reverence is there, the faith is there, the colour, the splash, the enthusiasm is there. And also the momentum for the journey is there. But we are still in the retrograde, not for too much longer. Okay, so just know something just needs to fall into place and you can get there. Leave me a comment. Let me know how that resonates. I'm going back to sit on the sofa with impunity. Namaste.